I have a 27 horsepower Kohler Command Wind CH27 on a Toro Z Master Commercial 72 inches ZTR mower. The left cylinder, as sitting on the seat, frequently has no spark and does not operate, so the engine labors, then it will just randomly kick in, run normally, and randomly drop out again no matter the engine load. I replaced both spark plugs and checked the plug wire for shorts, but problem not corrected. When the left cylinder is not firing, the exhaust smells of raw gas, which I would suspect anyway. I don't think it is the carburetor because it runs smooth and powerful with both cylinders firing and the exhaust smells normal. What is the cause and fix?
Hey there, I'm Richard G. I'm very sorry to hear that you're having trouble with this mower. What steps were taken to determine the spark plug is not firing? When was the last time the mower ran like it was designed to?
1. I used an inline neon lamp spark plug tester which did flash at the time of this test. I also removed the plug wire when symptoms occurred and there was no change in the running speed, nor was there any spark when I held it close to the plug tip, wearing gloves of course. In addition, the left cylinder is only warm not hot when this happens. The right cylinder is normally hot. 2. It is a 2004 model which we purchased last year and it did this then too. We took it to a Toro dealer but they could not determine the cause and the original owner has moved, so I cannot ask him.
Jim, can you get me your engine model and spec number please?
Unfortunately, the machine is in a garage at another location, so I can't get the tag info, but the paperwork I have says Kohler Command 27, SN 34204 to 16761.
Let me see if I can find it based on your mower. There was some combinations of these engines, but I'm pretty sure it's fixed timing. I just need to double check.
I just located some more info. It is actually model CH740000, not CH27, SN 34204 to 167,617. I think it is fixed timing, but it does have a spark advance module PN 2458427S.
Your engine uses that SI. Digital spark advance ignition. Was any parts replaced yet? One more thing here. What year is that mower?
It is a 2004 model, or purchased new in 2004. Another correction, model hash is model CH740007. I forgot the 7 on the end.
Jim, I can't be sure if you have that SI or the Smart Spark. I will opt out. This does not close your question, it only notifies other experts that you still need help. I will contact Kohler tomorrow and find out if no one has responded back to you by then. Thanks, Richard.
Thanks, Richard. I will try your suggestions when you verify which system I have. How will you get in touch with me if I end my connection tonight? I guess that you do have my email address. Again, it is at.
I can't email you. Just reply back here. I will have the info by noon tomorrow. Thanks, Richard. Pull the engine shroud. We're gonna have to pull it anyway, to run some test on your ignition system. Tell me the wire colors going to the ignition modules, please, sir. Do you have a digital multimeter?
Richard, I will not be able to do it until later today or tomorrow. Yes, I do have a DMM. Because the machine is stored 4 miles from my home, this may take a while. If you don't mind keeping this problem open for a while till we come up with something. Thanks.
Jim. In here until your problem is fixed. This question stays open as long as you reply every 7 days, the question will not close. Thank you for the prompt response back.
First, after looking at the engine itself, it has a different model hash than the manual. It is CH7400045 SN XXXXXXXXXX if this makes any difference. I was able to get the module wire colors by removing the 2 coil access plates rather than the shroud, and here it is, 7 wires, brown and pink going to the left coil brown and yellow going to the right coil green to engine ground white. Could not trace red. Could not trace. It looks very difficult to remove the shroud because of the shaft going to the hide. Pump plus I don't think I can get to the mounting bolts to remove it while mounted in the mower. In addition, it looks quite difficult to replace the SAM or the ignition modules while on the mower. I can try some measurements with my DMM, but I am beginning to think that this may be over my head and may have to take it into a Toro dealer. What do you think?
Jim. I feel you have a faulty ignition module. If you swap those 2 modules around, I'm sure you'll see the problem following that same module. Here is your service manual: http://www.kohlerengines.com/online catalog /pdf/sm_24_690_06.pdf. Thanks, Richard.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.